What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure to check out all the links in the description below. So now, I want to get back to some of the games I want to see on the Nintendo Switch before the Switch 2 announcement. So, I've noticed that we may be getting Mario Kart 9 on the next Nintendo console, but to consider it done, I noticed that the DLC for Mario Kart Deluxe was Mario Kart 9, so I was thinking, to be honest though, if we wanted like either, let's just think right now, because I want to know what games should we see on the Switch. Donkey Kong 64. Now, Donkey Kong 64 is actually a 3D Donkey Kong game for the Nintendo 64, and plus, why not add Donkey Kong 94 since we have Donkey Kong Land 1, 2, and 3 for the original Game Boy, but also I wanted to see Donkey Kong 94 for the original Game Boy added to the Nintendo Switch, but also what I wanted to see is Donkey Kong 64 for the N64 because that game was a classic. It was released 25 years ago in 1999, and I think it's actually a 3D Donkey Kong game though, and I actually kind of really like that game though. Donkey Kong 64, now that we're having Donkey Kong Country Returns releasing sooner than you thought, because I think this game is going to be really good no matter what, because probably though, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD will probably become one of the best Nintendo Switch games, just like for the original Wii and on the Nintendo 3DS, but to realize that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is actually a second port. Now, they did the first port for the Nintendo 3DS, and I was thinking that Luigi's Mansion was ported on the Nintendo 3DS, but also they should do a second port for the Nintendo Switch, Luigi's Mansion 1, so we can have a complete collection of Luigi's Mansion games, which I guess makes sense because we have Luigi's Mansion 2, which is known as Dark Moon for the Nintendo 3DS, but also I wanted to see if this could be all a thing still, because I know Luigi's Mansion was first released in 2001, but also I think we have Luigi's Mansion 3 and 2. Now we need Luigi's Mansion 1 for the Nintendo Switch, because I think they did one for the Nintendo GameCube and they did one for the Nintendo 3DS. But except they didn't do one for the Switch, so I think they should do it for the Switch as well, though. Now, here's the thing. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is now one of the second ports they're doing for the Switch, but also Donkey Kong 64 should definitely come to the Nintendo Switch, because I know we have Donkey Kong Country Returns and Diddy's Kong Quest and Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, because I think there is Donkey Kong Land 1 and 2 and 3, because I was thinking that these games are really good though, honestly. I highly recommend playing them, but we also have Donkey Kong for the NES as well though. So, and there's also Tetris and Tetris DX for the Game Boy, because we also have two versions of Tetris, one for the NES and one for the Game Boy. Now originally though, it should be perfect if we have Donkey Kong 94 added to the Nintendo Switch, and we also want to see Donkey Kong 64 added to the Nintendo Switch, because it was honestly one of the best 3D games, like Conker's Bad Fur Day and Banjo-Kazooie. You guys remember these games were really good though, but honestly, I'm not so sure about Conker's Bad Fur Day though, because I think it's a really good game. I highly recommend playing, but it should definitely come to the Nintendo Switch on the mature selection for the N64, but that would be really good though if they had it for the Nintendo Switch. Conker's Bad Fur Day and Donkey Kong 64. But now they also added in Banjo-Tooie, which is a sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, which is one of my favorite games ever, because I really like Banjo-Kazooie for the N64 because of how perfect this game was. I highly recommend playing that game. It's super amazing, though. I am not gonna lie. But anyways, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I really hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you are new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.